Right then, kids, here we go. It's the first of the classics this weekend at Newmarket. So far, so good. The sun's out, and I'll be wearing something short on Saturday. Things may change on Sunday, but whatever. Let's make hay while the sun shines. So, getting off to a winning start on 2,000 guineas. Day would be super for me, and I'm hoping that's with Sky Majesty in the opener. I reckon that William Haggis will have Sky Majesty fully tuned for this listed fillies and mares contest, with the inside draw likely to be a real advantage as Tom Marquand can draw her over to the rail. Richard Hughes's Saida Darien is obviously a big danger, with William Buick on board, having form over Sky Majesty from the Commonwealth Cup at Ascot's Royal Do last year, but I do think this Blue Point filly may have more to come at 4. Flora of Bermuda has got to be on your list, with George Bowie's Rosie Affair making sure all the pace all comes from the low draws, but Sky Majesty is the one that stands out for me. Next up, I'm going to go for Addison Gray for the Betfred handicap, because I really liked the way he ran on at Newbury last month. Clive Cox's Havana Grey gelding must come on for that run, and with a bit of pace in the ground on the Rowley Mile, Addison Gray can repeat his course win here, ahead of Andrew Balding's Double Rush, with both of these well in at the weights. Tom Clover's Invictus Gold is giving weight away to this pair, but makes up my 3, with the unmissable Addison Gray getting my vote. Now later on, in the Palace House Stakes, I've got this one down as a very open race, but I'll take an each-way gamble on Charlie Appleby's Beckford's Folly. Not my usual betting pattern, I know, but anything could win this sprint on ground this quick so early on in the season, and Beckford's Folly must have as good a claim as any under Super Will Buick. He was going well enough at the 3-furlong pole in the Abernant Stakes here last month, so I reckon he'll come on for that first run of this season, and if things fall better for him in running, should be thereabouts. Brilliant Australian sprinter Asphora might just be in need of a run in my form book, but last year's winner Rumstar should be right in there, with William Knight's Frost at Dawn also fancied to be in the mix. My money's on Beckford's Folly, a big outside chance as my Saturday gamble. But my Saturday nap runs in the Suffolk Stakes. Straight to the point here, Bullet Point's going to make his mark in the Suffolk Stakes. He was very, very good last summer, all bar the Strensall Stakes at York's Ebor meeting last August, when he was turned out just 48 hours after winning the Clipper handicap. So I reckon you can put a line through that run. And with April's course winner, Mr. Winston, carrying a £5 penalty, Bullet Point should be making the headlines. Carl Burke's Botanical is well known to us all in the office, but the handicapper might have got his grip on him. So I've got this down to a straight battle between Mr. Winston and Bullet Point. William Haggis and Tom Marquand to score with Bullet Point, who does well here at headquarters. And now we must get over to Caroline at Punchestown for her Saturday next best. Caroline?
Why, thank you, Jaysella. And yes, doesn't Newmarket look so good in that sunshine? So my Saturday next best goes in the listed Palmerstown House Estate, Pat Taff Handicap Chase. As you might be knowing, I do rate Jonathan Motherway's You Have Me in Stitches, and back in a handicap must be the one to beat in this listed hurdle. I really do think he can have this race at his mercy, being unexposed over this trip after just the 2 starts. Firstly, when not getting past the 4th in the Leinster National, before taking a Grade 3 at Limerick in March. Ben Pauling's English Raider, Your Darling, is very much the one to watch, given a break and on better ground. But You Have Me in Stitches must be the one to follow. And now, let us get back to yours all at Newmarket for the 2,000 guineas.
Thanks, Caroline. And yes, the first classic of the season. So here we go. There was plenty to like about Oxagon's win in the Craven here last month. And with John and Thady Gosden in brilliant form right now, that'll do for me for the 2,000 guineas. Of course, it might have been that the first time Cheek Pieces did the job, but Oisin Murphy will have his race plan worked out. And with so little rain since that Craven run in the middle of April, should know where he wants Oxagon to be on the track. There's going to be plenty of money down for Aidan O'Brien's Gestard, and I do rate him on this quick ground as a real threat. I mean, so impressive in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf at Delmar last November, but are the Ballydoyle runners at their peak just yet? I'm not so sure on recent evidence, so I'm here to be shot down for saying that. The one I do find really interesting is George Bowie's Beau Echo, who I thought was an outstanding juvenile, and if he's trained on, could be one of the stars of 2026. Sired by Knight of Thunder, Beau Echo does look the type to emulate his father and be a 2,000 guineas winner, so I'd expect him to be well high in the betting. Equally, Charlie Appleby's Distant Storm is a Knight of Thunder too, so one of these four is winning this, but I'm going with my instinct and saying Oxagon has enough to be a classic winner under Oisin Murphy. Now, Caroline, let's get back to you for the Grade 1s at Punchestown.
Thank you, Jaysella. And yes, the Grade 1s are the Mayor's Champion Hurdle and the Champion 4-year-old Hurdle. Well, now I don't really know what sort of magic dust Gordon Elliott sprinkled on Wadhoo since the move from Sir Michael Stout's yard in 2023, but I'll have some. I'll be telling you. The girls at the gym won't believe it's me next week with some of that in my bag. So let's see Wadhoo do it again in the Mayor's Champion Hurdle. Only beaten once in her last 10 races. And that by the marvellous Lossiemouth. I cannot oppose Wadhoo despite Jade de Grugy not having more than a length to find from their clash in the Mayor's Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival. There's just the four of them, but it's not a two-horse race, as Place de la Nation can perform at the highest level, but Wadhoo is a super mare and can win again. Next up, I'm going to take a chance on this Champion 4-year-old Hurdle with Majalique, who I marked out for her finish in the Juvenile Hurdle at Fairyhouse last month. She made a bit of a mess of the second last, but had come from the back of the field rounding the home turn, so could have been so close, but for that loss of momentum. And I'll take the chance that with a more prominent ride, can be in with a great chance. Triumph Hurdle winner from Cheltenham, Apple and Dachani, will get plenty of backers. And my Cheltenham selection, Saratoga, also makes my list. But Majalique has much more to come and gets my vote.